Everybody's form has got to swap up if EDG have a chance here. And he's got to find value with the fade. I mean, same thing for Haodong too. But here comes a clash.
It's a classic.
Led by Jing.
Yep, it's the flashes all the way. You can see it. Jing is there. Ready for it though. Contacting through. It's all EDG. Kill feed. It's filled up with red.
Awesome stuff from Kangkang.
Yeah. That swarms to clear out towards the smoke, so we're able to get the plant down here.
Spike.
Play into this round, yet still something. He's alive and kicking. Dash is there, but he doesn't actually see any players.
Here.
Very diligent with the clearance, just onto the corner. Something sticking to the fuse, needs to be covered, but gets off of it. A little bit too much.
Weak.
A lot of damage being done as well. Yeah, pushing them out of position though. Nobody's got the cross here. Yeah, something.
Value done. I think he bought the classic and the half armor in that round, which ended up being fairly important, to be honest. Just hit a right click and was able to survive with enough health, as he usually does. But this map is often about how you set the Jets up. Very similar kind of clash here again into A main, as Jing really leads the charge, something instead taking the Sheriff for a walk in mid.
And not hiding the intent of it. Big rotations away. I mean, well, no scope does the job. No armor on Jing, so single shot will do it. Real grand opportunity. See a couple of ults farmed up against some of the weaker players.
I mean, if Kangkang can get these kills,
He's 3 away.
yeah, he's got a great chance of being able to get a Blade Storm online and maybe win a bonus round. He's the player that wants to be trying to take contact. Meanwhile, Smoggy is miles away. And PaperX, I mean, are they just intending to die to Spike here?
Yeah, it would be the real play here from behind Smoggy. That's a cheeky angle. Don't really expect that too much. Kangkang is desperate for these kills now. Once he realizes what's going on, one shot found. Will he tag it? Will he get it? Team stealing all of them. To get that one. Still only 2 away.
And a prime game of Flawless, you're never going to be too mad about that. And there's 2 attack-sided ult orbs on this map. Wow. In A main again, PaperX want to fight over B, but that's not where EDG are pushing things. Something on the swing.
Yeah.
Kind of deletes the wrong player, to be honest.
I mean, he's going for the player picking up the orb. Kangkang. Let's collect it. Not fast enough to return with the 5, but something trying to pick up Ard again. There was that quick reaction of EDG.
That's a bundle that cannot be defended.
Yeah, it's ground gained. The PaperX are very quick once more.
Smoggy's utility does not watch the flank. It watches mid and then the connector.
Realistically as well, Mindfreak just needs to survive. They don't even know it. No expectations and no awareness! Again, that flank was just creeping up behind them. 2 players removed, deleted instantaneously. Smoggy. Not planted really for him as well, not when he's just being approached from that direction. So PaperX, pretty clean win of their own. 4 players surviving in this one, but yeah, pretty big miss.
Yeah, I would agree with that one. I mean, that's the responsibility of these 2 guys right here, Kangkang and Chichu. Once they back off into main, they need to be watching and aware that there could be some kind of push through flank. The way of PaperX.
Most of the time, in fact. Here we go.
Oh, God.
And again, it's the flashes. They're so damn good at setting you up. Out on the OTP to the side. Let's get the one. Nobody. Instantly there. Shuts that one down. Divide. Nowhere to run and nowhere to hide.
I got the spike.
So finally, EDG end up winning these duels as both teams clash into each other. It didn't look great to open up. Haodong just teleporting straight into an Nanoswarm. But they're able to brawl it out. Maybe this is a sign of better things to come for EDG. On a map where PaperX are excellent usually. This Jet Phoenix composition has been so good for PaperX. Little pause in the game here just to make sure that nothing funny's going on. You must close out a 4v2.
Yeah. They clear out Mindfreak, sat towards the back of halls. Util being used. The Horn actually did not clear him. Ball up as well. Granted a chance, an opportunity. It's Mindfreak. They'll jump on it soundly. Very glad for it, but ult up. Kangkang. Make sure to clear out that area. Something. It's last player left here. Through into the box. I love going.
Taking a look at the replay, you see Haodong getting away with murder there, to be honest with you. And Nobody escapes from the pull to be able to punish Jing. I appreciate it's like another team fight happening over on the other side of the map.
I mean, almost like we're deciding the rounds on coin flips right at the bloody beginning. All that utility is far too good. Old purchased and built up. Jing, he wants even more. Flash is great. It's fantastic. Everyone alive and kicking.
It's over.
On the PaperX side.
It's not even 20 seconds into the round.
Yeah, and that was honestly what I was expecting maybe from Fracture. We didn't see too much of it. A lot of gambles in terms of contact plays kicking off, but really this has just been brute force at the extremities to decide so many of these rounds.
To bring it back to one of your previous points though, Brent, there's 4 lanes on Fracture. I mean, there's like a 25% chance, I guess, that they like run into each other. Here it feels like there's so much more likelihood that they're going to clash.
And PaperX, you know, when they play this composition, they do love to fight over that A main orb all the time for a variety of reasons. They can build up Jing's ult, build up multiple ults as well, pretty key as well as part of their game plan, but also just helps you take control of the map.
I think they're going to get their money's worth today. These rounds are just being decided so decisively, one way or another.
You don't really, I mean, with the composition as well, I just want to circle back to it. It is a lot slower from EDG when they're playing it, and I feel like they can't fight as effectively over this area. I mean, you don't really have an
stack it with 5 players.
Which is what they're doing once more. And look, there's a star at their feet, there's a molly behind them. They're not worried though. Being shoved off or conditioned.
But they just lose so much info around the rest of the map when they do this. If this is their answer, you have to go into an A exec very quickly, because otherwise you have no idea what's happening elsewhere. And this time they do have the lockdown, but they've got to be cautious of the flank. There is still that turret and now an alarm bot from Smoggy doing work that really wasn't present in the prior when they got flanked.
Large amounts of util tend to just really choke them out. Both the Nanoswalls committed to the back of the site, but no one is there. Look at this flank once more. There is an alarm bot. 3 players towards Art, 2 on the flank.
I mean, they are definitely expecting the retake to come through Secret and Flowers.
Surely.
They are not expecting flank and Art.
And they've already used the paranoia towards the back of it as well, looking to try and refight over for that space. And Smoke's just kind of cutting up and partitioning out the side.
And now it's not planted for them.
It's not planted for them. It's flipped on its head. Trailblaze into the back, that stun. There is the connection. Something sticking onto the fuse, but broken through the wall. EDG, they're winning the fight out. There's Carnage. No one looking towards the side here. Devi is there, top of the wall. 1v2, players are weak. He's done enough damage. 7 bullets, spotted it. Down to the classics, down to the wire. Oh. Where's the time? It's not there.
Which being, Kankan actually got the spray through the wall onto something and denied the defuse from coming through at the beginning. And then Jing's wall ended up helping EDG more than it did anyone else. They were able to sneak around the back and kill some of those people. It's so much better than anything they had on Fracture.
Set their sights as well and drag it to that map number 3. Here's something with an operator.
But here's my problem, Brent, with what EDG's approach is. Now that they're not 5-person barreling into A main, isn't it obvious for PaperX that they're not A? I mean, if you have to take A with 5 players when they don't hear anything, look how confident Something and Mindfreak are of just reclearing this area. They know that there's nobody around. I mean, the only person that's around is nobody.
He's going to haunt up in a few seconds. I'm hearing a few giggles at that. You can't. It's low-hanging fruit.
Here. Can't help it.
Yeah.
All right,
Paranoia,
so it's a re-clear.
Clearance behind the box, Mindfreak. Still alive, actually. The flash did not connect to him, but there's an Anaswan to try and clear him out. Attention brought towards it. Something. Is he going to help him out? Once more, Devi is there, but it's traded. 2 versus 2. Spike in the hands of Smoggy.
6 players died trying to fight over A main control.
I mean, it's...
And Chichu just wanders through an alarm bot. Picks it up as his new pet.
30 seconds left.
I know mid's contained.
And at some point here, Forsaken's going to start wondering why the plant isn't going down on A. And that's going to keep Jing fairly rooted to B.
I mean, he's got a molly as well to try and deny if he can get it onto the default spot. If this gets planted close to the corner, really.
10 seconds.
It's Chichu that has to defend it.
10 seconds left.
Here it is. 8 seconds left inside the smoke.
Great play.
Beautiful by Chichu. He had to defend that space. Leave it to Forsaken though. Rifle. But in the 1v2, already that crossfire setup as well. Chichu with a jump spot. Smoggy's there, he's got a turret for one side of it. Great snake bite. Those chaotic scenarios, you can't plan for it. But the communication is rock solid.
That's a major moment from Haodong. Devi responded almost immediately and let things down into a 2v2. Chishu, there's going to be another insane clash towards A main again.
Kang has a judge. Flash pull, TP past it. Haodong
sees.
Staring at the floor. Haunt. It's good with the connection, but no kills to be found on either side. Trailblazer, re-peek, refight. Jing. He's eager for it. Wants to draw blood. And fast to try and push them off and away. Lovely spam onto the corner. They spotted him out. The star was just in time.
So PaperX put themselves into a 5v4. EDG, though, have the space that they've been hunting for this entire time. So what is the plan B? If you're not going to instantly pivot into an A hit, which is most of what we've seen when they've had lockdown and stuff on board, now that Kangkang's dead and you don't have that entry player, what's plan B? You've won the map control battle at the cost of your star. They're looking to try and hide from the guiding light that's going to flash re-clear this area.
Yep. And then re-hit. I like it. It's a cheeky idea.
Except Divide doesn't even have one online.
In fact, he's watching mid because he lost control of that, so he's wondering about the flank. As they attempt to re-hit, I mean, there's going to be a slight moment if they're fast enough that Divide won't be there ready and waiting, but they are walking into 2 players.
Nightfall is going to be disastrous for Mindfreak, I think, who's just sat close on this corner. Mindfreak's got to dip inside the smoke here if he has a chance, I feel.
Using a horn first, over the top as well, blinded up, no one clears that corner, close! Spamming away, he's got the pistol back out ready for it, 12 seconds, this is a disaster for EDG.
Paranoia the player close as well. How does Mindfreak find value in that spot?
One enemy remaining.
What is that from G? These things have been just on a knife's edge when it comes to the economy because, like you're saying, Brett, the rounds have been blowouts. We haven't had a close round.
It's been a weird game to watch and observe here. Jing wants to have a go of it, re-clearing. He can back out without a hold. Blinded himself! If he didn't do that, I would have spotted him. Haodong! Oh, he got a cheap haircut. He's still alive.
Look how much space EDG have taken in the meantime.
And they have, yep. Sucked it all up there, straight down into mid. There's nothing watching them. Definitely have the guns here. Jing really wants to have another go at this.
Same thing again!
Same thing again. A lot of damage being done.
At least this time the flash came from Haodong and not from Jing.
Haodong is caught, though.
Look at the flank, though, Brent.
Out to dry.
Look at all of this space that was gained through mid, back through Waterfall, and Smoggy and Kangkang.
Yeah. Look at the map for them. Here's a pit. Cuts off away that A main choke. Nightfall being used with the Seekers. Can't quite follow them as well for any sort of easy kills. Job is left up to PaperX to see if they can contain this. They gotta know players could be pushed into these positions, but EDG are just holding the site. There's a lockdown. Any play in mind to try and push this one back. It's not the greatest lockdown in the world. There is some spots to play into. The pit won't be going down as a result of it. And yeah, catching onto Forsaken. And Entertainments doesn't look it. They are finding it hard to chew through.
Yeah,
and a decision has to be made. Yeah, you have to give it up. When the Vipers pit's down in that scenario, really good adjustments just in the moment from EDG.
Yeah, what a great call. I mean, Haodong and nobody survived for so long getting pressured there over towards A main. They cause enough of a distraction for Kangkang and Smoggy to get all the way through mid, down through water, and potentially, and put Forsaken's alarm bot, you know, somewhere deeper towards mid if they want to play like this. Now that EDG have found that opening. But how bizarre.
All propped up. Chance being led for EDG.
Here.
Keep this lead all the way through. This is such a naughty angle. Look at that! Oh my, I believe it was the turret.
Oh, that was the turret finding the other headshot.
Baiting us, but...
Forsaken and Timmy both with the headshots.
Exactly, and it's disgusting that. I mean, really just know what to really do, but Kangkang is instantly there with a response once more. Doesn't want to back away.
A great answer. Now Mindfreak's going to get pushed here. He's sat on top of his own alarm bot, so it doesn't even do work for him. Watching
from the side here, cleaned up. It's fallen to pieces a bit for PaperX. Jing was on the other side of the map here with the operator now aiming to retake. Does have the Blade Storm, Jing.
Placing swap grenade.
Blazer's broken. Flash into the back, playing anti. Kangkang wins his. Still there though, out into the open. Divide. That sightline, excellent flash. Pushes them back and away, and it's not planted for these players. EDG have to white face this one. Unconventional, really unorthodox. It's a miss from something. Devi is left alone here, and no time really to do so. Great snake bite.
Positional change. I'm not convinced it's necessarily the comp, though, that's getting EDG across the line here, but I mean, they are hitting some nice shots. This undone in a moment. More A-main fights. It's like they're doing a drill.
Yeah, but this time it's PaperX who just waited out, bait the util, and now they want to strike back almost immediately. A flash forwards, it's catching, but there was a smoke in the way. Nobody didn't get blinded from that one. He's able to return the fire, bring down Jing.
Something's been healed back up. And in the meantime, Forsaken's watching mid, so that's a big difference compared to where he had his utility last time PaperX decided to fight for a main. And you saw the lurk plays coming all the way through. He can pull back his alarm bot as PaperX take a look over towards Art. And that allows Forsaken a little bit of the freedom just to jump spot B long as well. So PaperX have some pretty good information right now, but they must still be wondering where EDG are. The rest of EDG just kind of regrouping to eventually hit down towards what is the weaker site.
It's looking like a retake. Free does have the Cosmic Divide for this one, so not going to be hard pressed about it, but
the lockdown's just a great tool here, I think.
Yeah.
You know, it does allow PaperX the chance, though, to get close and try to play potentially to deny this plan from going down. Or at least to play a very fast retake.
Oh, back into the corner here, they're spamming down. All of it, Forsaken, though, is cleaned out towards backcourt. It's still a flank attempt by something. He's right behind them now. Should be able to get a sight line onto one of the players. Yep, Smoggy caught to the corner, but he wants the players live. No! Out to the side there, Chichu. If he could receive it. 200 APM from something. Really making sure that they are clearing every perceivable angle. Left up to Smoggy, and yeah, not a chance.
Also a bit of a time factor there too. PaperX realized that it had to be a B hit because there's only 20 seconds left. They're able to rotate everyone over, even if the lockdown was
One enemy remaining.
Hidden story here that we haven't been talking too much about. Something kind of struggling to have impact that Kankan has.
Has been missing ever so slightly.
He did say yesterday that he was a little nervous when he first stepped onto the stage. He said he was shaking for the first 6 or so rounds, then relied on Alex and his teammates to kind of pick those nerves back up. You got to remember he's a rookie.
Fowler broken. Again, that flash reclearance. Kankang way off the mark with the smoke here, but it is an attempt through Art. 3 players there. Smokes are being laid down slowly, steadily. Jing, fast, instantly there. And again, that flash is so damn good. It's a connection and a refight. All confidence from them. The spike is dropped into the middle of nowhere. Pushing contact in through main. Kankang, he's found a timing and an angle here. Util out in the hands. Flash. It's still good. Updraft though, there's no punish in sight. Kankang is still alive and kicking. Spam through. Can't land it, can't connect it. It's all.
It has been a strange half of Valorant. We've seen clashes all over the place. And PaperX desperate to try and hold on with those final 2 rounds. Excellent round from Jing and Divide to find the value and close things out.
Straight back into the action very quickly here. Pistol round beginnings.
So what have EDG got cooked up with this composition on defense? Something and Kankang looking like they might clash in Art.
It's a turret to take contact here, even if Kankang doesn't spot them, but he can hear them. That's why the dash is there, and the right click's doing enough for it. Paranoia actually colliding with him. It's Haodongs. There's safety in numbers and plenty of them here.
4 players just all ready to try and collect something, and I love this call from Haodong. Gonna go and re-explore through A main, looking to try and catch the other half of this split.
It's really nice.
Not going to find anybody, but it's lovely information to work with.
Exactly, and you can even keep a player here if you choose, or you can just really commit to the flank. Spot it out, Devi catches it.
Are they going to smoke the turret? I mean, the turret, I think, ended up getting broken.
Yeah, broken anyway. Devi in danger here, but there's only 1 player to meet him. It's him versus Kankang. Devi was actually eager to take that fight, pushed forwards, past it. The reaction from PaperX, already taped onto the site, trying to spam into the smokes, but again, TDG are so rapid on the approach here. They've got all the player advantage and leave it up to just Forsaken. He can. Mid-rounding that are just pure excellence.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I think their first set play, the little trap that they have, and the paranoia that's designed to allow Kankang to get out as a result, and they also didn't contact past him. Maybe a bit of communication error happening there in the pistol round on the audible. That can happen when you have 5 IGLs on the team. or none. I can't exactly remember which it is.
It's kind of a mixture. I mean, Forsaken sometimes takes the lead, but it's a bit more spread out. Everybody contributes. Very based.
Are going all the way through.
Yeah.
Looking like a snake just making loops around mid.
No fear at all. You wouldn't think they're on the eco, but here we go. Fully grouped up now with 5. This Paranoia is going to get incredible value. There it is. Contacts caught, near sighted up, but already the weapons are good. SMGs. Beam them all down, bring them all down. Plant stuck, so a bit of extra money. No chance to win the round though. EDG now leading. Quite a significant margin. All the guns are intact. The bonus is going to be nice. Prime Gaming Flawless said that a lot.
So the buy is going to be really interesting.
I love it when people do this, honestly. Jet players or whatever. Operate on the bonus round. I mean,
it's fairly likely that you're going to be able to, you know, save it if things go disastrously wrong at the beginning, or get a Blade Storm online if you do end up popping off. So I think there's potential here.
no one meets him now.
Yeah, and they've actually left him the entirety of the A site. This is something that EDG have been doing a ton of recently, is stacking 4 players defensively on one side of the map and leaving the other just to Kang. Howdong's going to spot that out, though, and surely that brings nobody back.
Oh my, he's moving forwards here. He's trying to hold this down as well with the Paranoia, but there's a smoke in his way. Something's there. Team at his back.
They've given so much space.
All there, and a shot missed. Going wide here for Kang. Back up onto the angle, but again, has to respect it and back away from the util being used. That needs to go down. Updraft. No one was watching the high ground position. Something, though, looked himself forwards. Catches the 1 towards the back here. Nobody will fall. 2 versus 3. At some point, you have to consider maybe saving or not. Smoggy already got the kill. Spotted out another player. Nana Swarm. There. Flash. Excellent. Isolating them in there.
You take a look at how they're able to entry, and it's, you know, it's only Howdong with barely a weapon, just trying to scramble away and hold a bit of space. Great close once again. Actually, the supporting cast of Paper X, one of the things they're doing incredibly well. Kang getting punished a little bit for biting the operator in the prior. He's only got a stinger here, 2 away from a Blade Storm. Meanwhile, Something has all the weaponry.
It might be about to gift them one, to be honest, as well. He's walking right into 3 players who take contact. Tucked to the corner, and nobody does. Here we go. It's instantaneous once more. Kang. Howdong had his back before eventually going down. Repositions now towards the back of the site. He wins that, really?
All down to Something. If he gets a pick, you might see him pop the Blade Storm and go for this.
Jump spot. He's looking for it. Information. Something. We granted it, is he? Surely. Spotted. Dash forwards. Updraft. Overzealous. But EDG. Around in a microcosm. It's what I love about this team, honestly, is actually they do a lot of this, the bait and switch. Someone takes contact.
Yeah.
More players just holding close, tight corners. As the trade starts to come in, they can punish it.
And we're watching to be able to make this round winnable for Paper X and stop the EDG momentum. It would be him.
Blinding.
Very delayed. Sees Paranoia over the top. Something! He tried to react fast. As soon as the util was used towards A main, but
It's a great
caught
idea.
Out. Yep, taken out of the sky.
It's a fantastic timing. He's just not hitting.
That is very fortunate.
Oh, I mean, Chishu's just got the read that somebody's going to be tucking into that corner. He just spams through the smoke. Disgusting.
Yeah, now left to their own devices here.
Kang doesn't realize Jing's in the corner.
Yeah,
Hits it anyway.
Yeah, he'll sit it. I mean, yeah. Shouldn't be favored for it, but he hits it.
He just is, though, isn't he?
He is him.
Is it looking like EDG are going to be able to get up to 11 here? Pretty resounding lead on Pearl. And Paper X are struggling to make things happen. Nobody on EDG really playing around the middle of the map. You know, if Paper X want to try and create picks using their Jet and Phoenix, sometimes that's going to be with plays like this through B-Link or Art. That's not really where EDG are fighting.
Chichu still was 2 snake bites as well. It's just delaying them. They know exactly where these players are. They made a ton of noise. The flashes connect out wide though. Got to hit these, and they do. Okay, pistols. Through with it. Maybe earn yourself an upgrade, but the plan has to be stuck. What's wrong with that? That's a TP right behind them. How long?
One
Trying to put the squeeze. Yep, buying it. A bit of time and distraction plays. Mindfreak, no health to really do
He's
it.
holding from that underneath area, almost exactly holding the corner. So, oh, that is really nice shots though, landing by nobody. A player that had a very rough map one. Like I said earlier, 5 and 15 on Fracture. 0 and 5 in first kill to first deaths.
With the ultimates, Paper X, plenty of them to use and dish out now. They have to win it. Why is EDG going to be put back up to map point?
The flash did not catch onto
Kang
Kang.
Kang flicks down. Actually, okay, dashing straight into the box. Catching him out into the open. Nanoswarm's here, vulnerable up by Jing. Stun into the corner. Can't claim the kill, even with the ult. Get back. That call's gained. Playing on side is a risky business here. Nobody still has the Nightfall.
And they have massive ultimates to be able to close this out still.
Yeah, I would love to see a lockdown being used by Forsaken still, but
I
looks
think
like
it'd
he's
be a
holding
great
on to
idea.
it. Nightfall used.
He's not going for it.
Oh, blaze it. A bit prior as well. I'm going to be able to hear these sound cues. Still working into the back of halls, weaving in and out of these smokes. Something is standing it. No, spam down in the midst of all of this. And I think this lockdown might be a little bit too late. They've already gained access to it still. It's going to come down to an absolute spam battle. Top of the box. Predicted. There's no attempt to try and fight over this one.
Deleted.
Stand corrected. Lockdown precisely when they needed it. Now there's definitely no time to win this one out. So, overwhelming force of the ultimates. That's really what grants Paper X that win.
And honestly, also, you know, have some kind of post-plant utility. He throws it down to stop them contesting the lockdown. It goes inside the Omen smoke. And look at that. How are you going to get through? Paper X looking like they want to set up just for a Cosmic Divide hit onto the B site. ADG are going to challenge it with a bit of a trap play, actually.
So C's being used as soon as the flash is sent flying off to the side here. Caught out in the open behind the screens. Fight one. How long? Falling. You give this up? The answer is yes, but nobody's been just left out to dry. He doesn't have an escape mechanism. Kang Kang feels like he has to do something in that instance when they've lost so many players.
Major fights won by Paper X there. Great idea from EDG, and they're still going to be able to pick up Jing and make potentially a goal with this. Chishu looks like he's backing all the way off though.
He's saving. Has to.
Smoggy can still prod potentially because it's only Chishu that wouldn't be able to buy.
I would like to see Smoggy prod. He's one away from the ult.
Yeah, potentially that could be a great decision there for EDG, but they're just going to maximize the weaponry instead.
Here.
I actually really like the idea from EDG too. They have, you know, if Paper X decide to use a Cloudburst or a Recall Star to try and cross over towards B, there was a seize for anybody that would be walking through the smoke, a paranoia for them to try and get aggressive onto them. And instead we see big results from something. Entering around the corner, great counter utility being thrown towards Paper X, having great success on B.
Just start sending it.
Look how nice that is, though. You have Trailblazer into a pull, into a Nanoswarm.
But he needs to get out alive. It's really quite critical. He's playing close to the pillar, though. How does he escape this flash in his face? This is such a weird position to play. I mean, he's really got no way to get out, and yeah, he's brought down.
That is not the most intelligent play that we've seen nobody go for, and he is a player that likes to go high risk, high reward, but he's got no exit strategy there at all.
Really strange. Cosmic Divide to be used. Drop down. Explode the site once more. Paranoia. It's fast. EDG look at the fight towards the backside of Halls. Flash in their face from Jing up top onto the box. Needs to be watched for. Space wasn't given up. Jing just walking up onto these angles. Dangerous game he is playing. Tap onto it. Kang with a dash back towards Halls here. What is the play here for EDG? Smokes. Once more. Going to be used to split this one up. A tap onto the plan as well. Seeing if they can make EDG overstep themselves, but they're all reloading!
Instantly hit the red button. There's problems here, starting from the very beginning with the way that nobody was positioned.
I mean, that's so smart. And Jing, he does this play. Smokes will drop down, they tap the spike. I think
with the economy right now.
It's all over the place. I don't
Nobody's
know if anybody's going to be able to afford to buy this one, but I mean, I guess the loser's bonus is kicking in at this point.
Yeah, but
EDG.
even so, I mean, unless nobody literally buys not a single thing. Nanoswarm up top there. Lovely.
Paper X, they don't mix it up, man. Then broke, don't fix it, so already using the util. That's just going to be for the Nanoswarm and the alarm bot. It's in the usual spot. That Molly lands, so Chichu can't fight this one. Flash with the Trailblazers. It's all coordinated together towards the back, though. There's a judge waiting for them. Do they dare step? Do they dare venture? Kang falls. It's Paper X in control. Lovely response, ready for it. And something
Of choice. And I was asking for a moment like that because it feels like he's found it a little tough to get the value. Sure, this one, a little bit of an anti-eco kind of situation, but
I think for confidence. He's gonna back into it. He's not even yet in terms of the kills, but he's the playmaker he can be.
this round is everything for EDG. And their economy is not in a good spot here. And they've used a Viper's Pit to lock down B right from the start.
I actually quite like this pit as well. It cuts off the common angle where you want to use your lockdown. So Forsaken's got this one, but they have to clear out the pit if they want to use it. Makes it so difficult for them to just hit B.
But look at the alarm bot. The alarm bot is lovely from Forsaken. You wouldn't believe that he's only just become a Sentinel player. And in fact, they're using the lockdown just to clear the Viper from the pit, perhaps?
Yeah, I mean...
No, they've decided better of it. Someone with the counter core.
Seems like a low-value play, but... Let's head him back over here now. Okay, does want to go for it.
I feel like that's a pretty reasonable idea, to be honest. Countered instantly.
Yeah. No one can really take the space up. Jing is getting brutalized. Burnt to a crisp there. Tons of utility. Just meant for the ult. So the lockdowns exchanged. Kang. He falls. 2 players detained. I mean, there needs to be a defense here. Definitely players watching his back. Something tucked to the corner. Chichu was baited into it. Thought he was alone. Not quite. What an insane play to make in the moment here. Dog forwards. Smoggy spotted. And again, he's being approached from every perceivable angle. He cannot do it. Not alone. Nobody in Haodong. At this point, was forced to just save here, but it's brutal, man. It's going to be 11-11.
It's an absolute disaster for EDG. The score is tied, but that's not the way that this map is currently going. It's 5 in a row for Paper Rex, and an economy advantage heading into the final round. Or, sorry, heading into the next.
We're right back into it.
But this is so tough for Chishu.
Smoggy is catching. First sign of utility, immediately respects it by backing away here. Still has nanoswarms again, but they're placed. Just a single nanoswarm actually breaks the alarm bot. Still 2 remaining. One to the site, deading them now. The wall to cut across, but the site has been given up in its entirety. Deep alarm bot, Divine, tapping. Now sticking for the plan. It's going to be this scenario for EDG. Going to have to try and play this one into the retake. Without the weapon, Kang has everything to do. Into the corner, Dash is there, here's the footsteps, beautiful kill. Does he commit to this one a bit further? Tap, forcing out the util. Rest of his team fighting for it, but they contain the flank and they bring them all down. 2 left standing once more. Can Chichu even find a rifle in the midst of all of this? They haven't even got the pull out. Paper X, so many layers, not even using it actually.
I mean, Mindfreak's dead at the moment, Brent.
Losing my grip on reality here, but Forsaken
is Kang. Kang playing the defensive side Jet, got up to 20 kills quite a while ago from EDG, and now are on match point. EDG with a horrendous buy as Paper X continue to just hammer it home into B over and over again.
There needs to be an answer, something to push them back. So many players out in the open. There's something plucked out of the sky. Jing close to the corner. Can't get a clean fight whatsoever here. Still, there needs to be a fight being taken by them. Forsaken. There's the last one left here, but this is EDG with everything to play for. Spikes there, swinging wide.
Come up with the answer to be able to save this series. It's just a brawl. The players defending, taking duels down B long so many times on EDG's attack half. Here it comes.
Resulting in a coin flip almost. TP past the box. Paper X have been favored when they wait out this util and then they re-hit it afterwards. They're doing the exact same again. EDG, they need to be a bit better for this one. Jing, he was not blinded up, but Haodong hits the transfer, at least the spray down.
All 5 players from Paper X grouped up
Fully
here.
grouped up, fully rotated. They want to make another go of this one, fighting into it. They all topple, and no one can withstand it.
They hold on. Can they close out? They haven't had a map point at any point, but they were at 11 for so long.
It's going to be a smoke in his face most likely, or at least a wall, something to block off this angle. Flash. The record smoke. Kang now. He's left wondering if they have crossed. We know differently, of course.
Haodong's got a
Trap play.
paranoia.
Yeah, it's off the alarm bot through double doors, but
Presumably, he's also going to pull off as soon as the turret takes contact. And in fact, after 20 seconds pass, he decides to just drift over there anyway.
there it is. Does he let it rip? Does he let it loose? Turret's already broken, grouped up. PaperX almost in their entirety here, split up. They've taken A main control. Paranoia, re-clearance, fight. Something was out of position for it, but he still loses that one. And for main, it's struck. PaperX, they pick their timings, they pick it well.
They collapse the trap back on top of EDG. And this is almost certainly going to another round of OT unless Kankan can pull out the impossible.
Last cannon. No armor, just the operator. One smoke. Too many angles to watch, and look at that. I mean, they are
To avoid that trap from coming through. I mean, something's the first death, but he's also playing anti-flash, ready to swing, and the rest capitalize. You know, Mindfreak is there, ready to... And no major clash happening at one side of the map or the other. Though PaperX are stacking 4 towards A, it's not for a fight on the extremity to begin. Forsaken hasn't even used his turret or alarm bot yet. He's waiting to deploy them in case EDG just run to A.
run to A, or even just use utility to clear it. Maybe just waiting to see if there was a snakebite or an Ana Swarm pulled out of them, which there wasn't. EDG still have all of them intact. Mid control gained. Here's the change in pace. I mean, we haven't seen mid explore too much. EDG only prodding with 2 players. And it feels like both teams are very scared of any chance of trap plays.
Does this Prowler catch? It does not, and something's got a chance.
Back on the line. Here we go! Adjustment with the micro aim. Jing's there. Immediately to push them back away from Art. This is EDG into the side flash. Out wide, Kang surviving a little bit too long.
Try and fight towards Art beautifully too. Usually it's the rest of the squad kind of setting these guys up for success. And here, just decided to take the fights themselves. There was 3 players dropped before. They have a match point to work with.
Look at this timeline, man. String of rounds they've got. One more round will do it. Once more bringing it back away from EDG. It's heartbreak for them. PaperX love to sail the way to that 2-0. This is the beginning of it. Turret's broken. Dash forwards from something really now. These anchoring players are going to have the most to do. It's Chichu and Smoggy. Here the util being used. They know they've lost control of mid at the same time. It's forced rotations away, but it's just slowed down a tad, and now you're going to see it sped up once more. Smoke drop down to try and get them in. Smoggy into the back of Halls. Him and Chichu have finally done it. Time has been purchased and bought. And Forsaken to 1v3. Does have the spike and lots of time, yet chooses to take the fight anyway through them. It's watched for.
Feels like both of these teams are just trying to get into position for large execs onto sites at this point. Going for a bit of a contact play and then deciding to burst through. The match itself to head over to Bind. We have an operator on both sides and both jets are heading towards each other.
Similar scenes, Prowler catching.
Something there is just waiting for somebody to peek off the back of the Prowler. That's why he takes it full to the face.
He's waiting though, retreated towards the back of the side. PaperX are looking into mid. It's a recleanse with a flash. That is risky from Jing. Lots of positions where you can play anti-flash. And EDG, look at this mid-round response. Contacting up and re-clearing. They hit the head straight through the wall. Jing is weakened. Molly at his feet. Another flash as well as the second one used here. And he is in a bit of danger. There's a pull. Used to support him. At the feet, nobody can really scale particularly fast. Kang now still with a dash, hits the lamppost. On there, clearing the way over the top. Not missing well. Shots, the bullet's not hitting. PaperX in a commanding control of every single.
Realizing that the other is going to be one-dimensional in these moments when the pressure is the highest and everyone from PaperX collapses. It is whiffy too from Kang, who decides rifles again. PaperX with another chance of being able to close things out. They have been hammering B hits home time and again. This one looks slightly different with something in Mindfreak coming from B-Link.
But again, it puts all the pressure on the shoulders of Haodong. This time, Kang joins him. Outside Smoggy.
Haodong's holding another paranoia and he uses it early.
He doesn't cross, they know his position's there. He has to TP to get out of here. They're going to use Util to clear him. Inside lane, up, jumped in the dash, it does not work out. Smoggy This shuts that down. One avenue not watched for, but still the wall allows them to cross. Stun is there. Out in the open. Paper Rex. It's all forsaken. He's earned himself the lockdown. This is disastrous.
The
Could have been brilliant, man.
The anchoring players were struggling so much to be able to capitalize on what had happened in B-Link. They just got stuck inside the site. Forsaken's about to drop 30 and close this out for Paper Rex. Jing wants to fight.
Wants to fight. Flash connects. Chichu's blinded. Still hits it. Still brings him down. 2 versus 2. Position's got to be known. Sees no connection. Spam through, but the crossfire's too damn good. And it's